Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. As you guys read in the title, today I'm going to try to sublimate to these Dollar Tree metal tags. They are a galvanized metal tag, and like I said, I did pick them up at Dollar Tree, so they were only $1 for 3 tags. Let me see if I can show you guys the tag. And they did include the little burlap tie string or the hanging string. And I am going to be making these tags for the girls' Easter baskets this year, which you guys probably already saw on the thumbnail. So first we are going to try to sublimate onto these galvanized tags without the laminating sheet, and then we are going to try it with the laminating sheet just to show you guys how you do need to have something to sublimate this metal. I did have someone ask if they can just sublimate straight to any metal, and I did want to tell you guys, you do have to have like a laminating pouch or a poly coating in order to sublimate to your regular metal. If you don't want to have to go through all that trouble, you can actually look up sublimation metal on Amazon or just online, and you can find a lot of already pre-treated metals. But I love experimenting with sublimation, so I am going to show you guys how I'm going to try to do it with laminating pouches, and then we will show you how well it does without a laminating pouch, sublimating straight to metal. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, give me a big thumbs up and be sure to subscribe down below so you guys don't miss any of our videos. And let's get right into this video. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and print out this design twice, like I said earlier, because I do wanna show you guys the galvanized side, and then I wanna show you guys me sublimating this tag with a lamination sheet. So we are gonna go ahead and print 2 on 1 piece of paper. And right now I'm just gonna check the sizing, so I am gonna be printing on regular copy paper to test out the size. So I'm gonna go to print, and we are using my Epson 15000. Default settings, copies 1, and this is just a practice test, so I'm not going to be doing all the fancy settings. So 8.5 by 11, auto rotate off, and I'm going to go ahead and enter 2 copies, and that is copies per page, and we're going to do 2. 1 copy paper, 2 copies per page, and I'm going to do scale. And let's try 15% first. And there is 15%. And since this tag does have a corner on it right there at the top, I am gonna try to allow for that space. And when I designed this design, you can see I did 2 rows of the poppets just to allow for that corner top of the tag. And I'm gonna go ahead and do 15%. And let's just go ahead and print it out just to test the sizing. And that was 15%. Like I said, this is regular copy paper just to test the sizing before I print onto sublimation paper. And you can see it's a little bit too big at 15%. So let's go ahead and try it at 13% and see if 13% is perfect. All right guys, and this is at 13%. You can see at the top of the tag how much room I have, and then the bottom of the tag. Let me scoot that centered more. I actually think 13% is gonna be perfect. Let me move it to the side so we can see where it's gonna sit. So I definitely think 13% is gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and load my sublimation paper and get this printed out. And I told you guys earlier that I am using the ET15000, Epson ET15000, and we are using the A-Sub sublimation paper. I will have it linked in the description if you guys are looking for sublimation paper. And this is the 8.5 by 11 sheets. Normally we use the 13 by 19 for t-shirts. And since this is a smaller project, we are going to be using the 8.5 by 11. White side goes down, A-Sub backing goes up. And usually your Epson 15000 will automatically change to the size of paper that you load. So it does know that it is an 8.5 by 11 in the paper cassette lower feed. And now that I have my sublimation paper loaded, we're gonna go ahead and print our 2 designs out. I'm gonna go ahead and just print these out on sublimation paper. So like always, I'm gonna go right up here to File. And we're not printing from any software. I do have an iMac and the Epson 15000. So we're just gonna click Print, Epson ET15000, default settings, US letter size 8.5 by 11, orientation portrait, auto rotate off, preview media quality. You don't even have to do any of this because the printer automatically selects it. To the feed, lower feed, right here, main tray or rear feed. You don't really need to do that. If you do use an iMac and the 15,000, you don't really have to mess with that. So we're just going to media quality, best. Layout, always flip your sublimation prints. Paper handling, we're going to click scale to fit paper size. Don't have to do anything with cover page, watermark, supply levels. And we're going to go back to preview, copies per page. We're going to go ahead and put 2. And if you're just doing one print, you can just do 1. And then I'm going to go over to scale. And on our practice sheet, we did 13%. So 13. Okay, check media quality, best. Layout, we did flip. Go back to preview, scaled at 13%, and we are ready to print. Like I said earlier, the first one we're going to sublimate without any laminating sheet. We're going to sublimate straight to this tag right here. And then with the other tag, we are going to use this thermal laminating pouch. And they are the Scotch brand thermal laminating pouches. And they are 8.5 by 11. You can order them a lot bigger if you are planning on doing a big canvas. But since today we are just doing this small tag, we are going to be using this 8.5 by 11 pouch. And it says 3M on it, 100 pouches. And then we have both of our prints right here, and then our pack of tags. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up our tags. And I am going to get a towel to wipe off these tags very well. And I also am gonna zoom in a little so you guys can see me better, or see everything better. And so yeah, let me go ahead and cut these designs out. And I'm just gonna take my 24-inch ruler to cut out both of these designs at the same time. Go ahead and take out one pouch. The matte side, or the inside of the pouch, is gonna go onto the tag itself. So obviously the tag is really small, so we can go ahead and just take our pouch and go ahead and tear it in half. And now we have 2 pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and set one side aside, and you're gonna want the matte side down on the metal tag, shiny side up facing you. I already wiped off the tags, so we're gonna set them down like this. I'm just putting both tags on this piece of butcher paper because this is what's gonna go onto the press. I'm just gonna cut out a piece for the tag. So here's the little piece that I cut for the tag, and the shiny side is gonna go up like this. This one over here we're gonna press without the lamination sheet. And we're gonna go ahead and press that lamination sheet on for 10 seconds, so just to get it nice and stuck on. So let's go over to the press. Go ahead and grab your butcher piece of paper and put it over all of that. And I'm gonna be pressing at 380 degrees for 50 seconds. And I can already see the color coming through the paper, which is a good sign. That means it's sublimated. Of course, we will see if it's sublimated on the one without lamination sheet. So let's go ahead and check it out. And now I think I am ready. So let's go ahead and move this. No, we're not gonna move it. We're gonna leave it on the press and take it off. Take off the design. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on the press because it is still a little bit warm, but I'm super impatient. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off carefully. And this is the one without the lamination sheet. And you guys can see that it did not sublimate. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my X-Acto knife and cut all around this metal tag, because as you can see, it still has the laminating sheet around it. So let me go ahead and grab my X-Acto knife, and I'm just gonna cut all around this design. Alright guys, so I'm recording this part on my phone because my battery on my camera died just now. So unfortunately I will be recording with my phone. Hopefully the quality is still nice. I am going to take this X-Acto knife and cut all around the tag to remove this lamination sheet from the outside. So this one didn't sublimate at all. And there's the one with the lamination pouch. You can see how Selina's name came out perfectly because it is black ink. And here, that blue font that I picked out did not work out that well. It's probably best to stick with a dark colored font and not use that blue font that I picked out because it kind of just disappeared into the design. I just wanted to experiment with you guys and hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next video.